business exclusive that has members of Congress scrambling to revise the just-passed FinReg law, a law that is supposed to bring transparency to the financial markets. So why does it exempt the SEC from responding to Freedom of Information Act requests? Joining the company, Republican Congressman Darrell Issa of California. Congressman, welcome back. What are you going to do about this?
Well, this morning we're going to drop a bill with a lot of co-sponsors that's going to urge immediate passage of a bill that would simply undo what was done wrong in this 2,300-page bill. It's only a few lines. It's straightforward, returns the status quo where the SEC, for good cause, can say no to a Freedom of Information Act request, but not for no cause as it currently is under the new law.
Now, I've got to give you the SEC's response to the Fox Business story that came out yesterday. The SEC says, look, immunity from Freedom of Information Act requests is limited to cases where the agency is examining a company's records. So they're being very defensive here, but you're still going on the attack.
Well, you know, I'm sorry, but they told us there was no problem with Bernie Madoff effectively for decades. It's clear that the SEC has problems. Transparency is part of how you fix problems at agencies, is you make them accountable to people who see problems before they recognize them. That's why we tried to get digital transparency, in other words, database transparencies in, something blocked by the Senate. And it's one of the reasons that we're going to drop this bill, and we're going to push hard to get us at least back to where we were before this law. If the SEC says there's been no change, they should not object to this bill.
Congressman, I don't understand why this provision was in the first place. The President, the administration, Congress, all telling us you want more transparency. Let the sunlight in, and then you get this provision, which essentially is a secrecy provision. I don't understand why it was there in the first place. Can you explain it?
Of course I can. It's the problem. And here in Washington, it's not Republicans against Democrats, House against Senate. It's all of us against the bureaucracy. We fund the bureaucracy, and then ultimately it doesn't want to be accountable. It just wants more money. And as you know, it's got so much money that effectively it corrupts the process back again. This is what Freddie and Fannie did. You've been covering it. We need to make very clear that the public is part of our team in taking on the bureaucracy. If we can't let sunlight in broadly, it won't happen just with congressional oversight.
Real fast, you want to take this out of FinReg. You want to get rid of it. What's your chances of success?
Well, I happen to believe it's nearly 100%. It's only a question of whether we do it before the November election or after.
Congressman Darrell Issa, Republican, California. Thanks for joining us, sir. Always appreciated.
Thank you, Stuart.